went to that. Geekonomics, X-Men Dark Phoenix coming out this Thursday. We're going to go through all of them, all X-Men movies.
We're ranking them.
All 11 of them. We're going to talk about that and so much more on today's episode. How you doing, Bryon?
I'm doing good. Because this music is amazing. And I hope when the X-Men...
Was this before...
This is the animated theme song.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. Like, this wasn't the movie.
No.
Okay. This is the one I remember, so that's how I was like...
When the X-Men does come to the MCU, I hope they incorporated that theme song. Because it's
the most epic theme song.
It is, and the Avengers have an amazing song.
Is the X-Men... Now, this is kind of branching off of what we're going to talk about later, but is the X-Men cartoon just the only, like, comic book characters where the cartoon is better than all the movies?
I mean, that's debatable.
Not the comic book, but the cartoon. I mean, the cartoon is better than
came
all
out
the movies.
Before the movies. It was awesome.
The cartoon was awesome, like epic.
But at the time, you could almost say that about the New Adventures of Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman cartoon was phenomenal. It was very mature for its time.
Yeah.
And
had Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Right, and I mean, it really did some interesting things.
Yeah.
So the X-Men cartoon was fantastic, and
You think that's like in our generation of movie watchers that's one of the issues with the X-Men movies is that we like gauge them against that cartoon, and none of them have gotten to that point.
I disagree. When we rank them, there are some movies I think were fantastic.
Well, I'm not saying they're not fantastic. I'm saying there's always that thing where the first ones came out that they were judged against how good the cartoon was.
I don't remember.
And they weren't the cartoon, so they were like, well, what's the point?
I never judged to the cartoon, to be honest with you. But maybe there were people who did that. I don't know. All right, Mark, before we get into that, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Real quickly, me and the guys, we went to go see Godzilla.
Not me.
You didn't go?
It's too late. I'm too old.
We went to 10:20. It was me, Hutzel, John, Rocky, and Jay. It was all the Jays.
Yeah.
Except for Rocky and me.
Yes. That's all the Jays are all our friends, basically.
So.
Josh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jays.
We didn't do it at Denny's because we had to wake up.
Too old and had to go up.
Well, it was like 12:30, and I was tired. And
how much would there be to talk about? It's basically just Godzilla fights a bunch of monsters, and
it
Godzilla
was
wins.
Awesome.
Bobby Brown shows up, and then
I like this Godzilla more than I like the last one because
Ice Cube's son yells a little bit.
Ice Cube's son?
That's the guy, isn't it? Is that Ice Cube's son? Was in it?
I don't remember seeing Ice Cube's son.
Yeah, he was in the NWA movie. Or was that Dr. Dre's son? I knew one of those guys was in it.
I don't think any
Played
of
a military officer.
Barely.
Military guy?
Barely, then. He's barely in it.
Oh.
Let me tell you my review before you keep interrupting me about weird things.
Well, I'm just saying that was all over the ads. That's what I was wondering.
Listen, fantastic Godzilla movie.
Yes.
They gave us the original theme songs. They gave us Mothra. They gave us one of the twins that controls Mothra with her lineage.
Does she sing?
Do they play the Mothra theme song when Mothra comes out? It is awesome.
All right, now I need to see this movie.
They had the twin. She goes, "Who are you?" And she goes, "My mom's mom." And there's a picture, generations with the twins,
singing? The two little girls,
with two little girls, their parents.
Were they really tiny?
Well, I mean, it was a picture, so it was like generations. And they go, "You have generations?" She's like, "Yes, generations of," and she was basically controlling Mothra, I believe, because she knew about all these monsters.
Yeah,
she was sort of like the person who would spew out all this information.
It's like the Charlie Day in Pacific Rim.
And the Mothra was awesome, and all the creatures, all the monsters that played their theme songs. It was my biggest argument thing about the first one, which was really awesome, but they'd always cut away from the monster fights.
Yeah,
this one gave us the monster fights. It wasn't perfect. I felt like they could have stayed in the monster fights even longer, but they would always
tail slide.
There was tail slides, I'm sure. Yes, there was.
What?
But then
there's a Godzilla tail slide.
Well, I mean, a tail swinging.
No. I mean, like in the movies, original movies, Godzilla hops up on his tail, and he's like slides into the thing like a kick.
But he did do this cool power up where his tail would go brown, 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 and it would light up his whole back. That's from the original one too. Yeah, and then he would just go nuclear.
Yeah, that was from the first one. They did that.
Right,
too.
but he did a lot now. It's great. So anyway. They gave us Godzilla a lot more. They gave us the fight scenes we wanted.
I want Ultraman.
The CG was really good. Honestly, I didn't go there for the acting, and I didn't go there for the human parts.
Well, you don't go there for those movies.
Exactly.
Godzilla's not a scripted,
okay.
It's not known for its Oscar-winning script.
Right. The dialogue was corny.
Its destruction of everything.
A lot of one-liners. It had the guy from Friday Night Lights there. What's his face? He basically
every white man in the world.
He basically knew everything.
Generic white man is what I call
him. What's her name from Stranger Things? Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
She was all right. Yeah. I mean, she was a name, but she didn't do much. It cliche all around, but I didn't give a shit. I was in there for the ride, my friend, and the ride was awesome. So here's the thing: we all walk out. You have Rocky, John, and Jay critiquing, going, "Oh wow, it was." And me and Hutzel were like, "That was awesome. We actually saw fights. It was awesome." The whole movie. Me and Hutzel kept.
Kyle Chandler is that gentleman?
Kyle Chandler. We kept looking at each other with a big shit-eating grin on our face, like,
"Oh those guys wanted to be like an actual like."
They were like, "I go, this is not high art. This is a fucking Godzilla movie." Yeah. Hutzel said it perfectly. When you watch wrestling, do you want to watch people beat the shit out of each other? Like, you turn your brain off. You go and you enjoy monsters fighting, and you get it. I mean, it could be better. They built up the next movie, Kong. Yeah. Kong versus Godzilla.
Battle of the Kings.
And Lannister there is in it. The father.
Yes, he plays a character in it.
He plays one of the villains.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. played Chief Warrant Officer Barnes.
I barely remember his character. Honestly, when the humans were on screen, I kind of
plays like a guy he's that guy.
Right, I remember him now. He was all right. I mean,
that's Ice Cube's son.
Oh, okay. He was good. Better than his dad. But Godzilla, man. You want to see it was number one at the box office. You want to see freaking monsters fight? See Godzilla. It's a good time.
Yeah. I went and saw a movie over the weekend.
What'd you say?
I went with my mom and my sisters on Friday because Claire was closing Friday and I had nothing else to do.
Let me guess. Hold on before you tell me what movie you saw. Rocketman.
Good point. Good catch. Good catch on your part. Nice.
I heard it was good.
It's good. It's more musical than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Which is good. And does it actually
Bohemian
tell
Rhapsody
the tale?
tells the story, and then you have the music in the background.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? They do it that way. It's all like...
They made up a story.
Well, they had like a story.
Yes. A generic story.
Yes, whatever.
But is this...
This tells... You could definitely
a factual story, or is it another generic story?
No, it tells this life of Elton John.
But basically. I heard it's very whimsical, and
it's very whimsical.
They say, like...
The music is embedded in the story. It's not like he doesn't... You don't see him...
Right.
Like, come up with all these songs.
That's awesome. I heard Oscar-worthy performance is what I'm hearing.
He does a very good job.
And he sings his own songs.
He sings everything.
Right.
Except for the very end. He starts singing, and then, like, Elton John comes in and finishes the song.
Ruined it.
You don't see him.
Spoiler alert!
No, it's on the end credits, I'm saying. Like, he starts singing in the end credits, and then Elton John takes over in the end credits.
Rock. I want to see Rocketman.
It's good. Really good. It's good. It's very whimsical. It's very... It was interesting to see. That it was just... Because it's a very... When I saw it, because it's the first night of it happened, like, being out, a lot of moms.
Well, yeah, it's their generation.
So it was kind of weird. I was like the youngest. I was like one of the few guys in the whole theater. But it was just kind of funny to see like a movie with a bunch of moms like that.
Well, I do want to see it. I just don't want to get my heart broken like it was with Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, you won't. You won't.
I mean, listen, Bohemian Rhapsody as an entertaining movie, it is fantastic. Yes. I take nothing away from it. But the moment I learned literally nothing happened that was true, other than the last 20 minutes,
the Live Aid part, that was the only live, that was actual.
It really broke my heart. You know the Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Not even real character. Totally made up.
Totally made up just to get the story across.
The real manager, who's loosely based off that, was a huge supporter of theirs and supported that song.
Yeah, because the story wasn't as interesting with that.
And Freddie Mercury was a very shy person. He wasn't laying quips down to his dad. Like the moment we meet Freddie Mercury, he's laying quips. This is like an MCU movie all of a sudden. It's like that's not who he was. His real story would have been so much better.
This is like
and it's so depressing.
This is like the story that you wanted from Bohemian Rhapsody, but just Elton John's basically the character. Because Elton John was very shy in that way at the beginning, and he doesn't like. And it tells a story of him coming to grips with being gay. He doesn't really know that he's gay.
Yeah,
it's not a thing that people know about in England.
Well, they don't accept
at that time.
It either. Yeah.
Well, at that time, they don't really know what that is. So he never like been around it, so he had no idea. Mm-hmm. But it's very well done, and it's very like a flashbacky kind of storytelling.
Yeah, because I heard he's in rehab. Right?
He's in rehab.
He's telling the story.
Like I think he had a show at MSG that he was supposed to perform at, and he broke right before he went on stage, and actually just walked right at MSG in full outfit and checked himself in the rehab. So it's basically that's how the movie starts, is him in rehab.
Telling his life story.
In his full garb.
Oh, that's cool.
And gradually goes through his life story through his sessions in rehab.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really well done. It's well done.
Yeah.
It's a lot of...
And that's the guy from the Kingsman.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are saying, I bet you he gets nominated. And the Oscars love musicals.
Yeah. It was very well... They do a very good job of interlacing the music in. A lot of singing, a lot of other people singing.
Yeah.
The songs. The mom, the girl that plays the mom, I know has been in a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't place her, but I know she has been in a bunch of things.
Yeah. I mean, I heard they'll just start singing and the dad will sing.
Yeah.
And from the reviews I watched on YouTube, everybody said they really liked it.
Yeah, Taron Egerton is his name.
Yes. So... Very cool. Definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, and Rob Stark is in it.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he plays the Elton John's like manager.
Yep.
/ partner.
Yep. Yeah, he was his writing partner. That guy.
No, he plays his. It's Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize her.
Oh wow.
Plays his mom.
Oh shit.
Didn't even recognize her. She's black hair in the movie. So I didn't even pick it up that she was in it.
But that's good.
Yeah.
She was so good you didn't even
Jamie
know
Bell plays Bernie Taupin.
Gotcha.
He's been in a bunch of stuff too. But yeah, it was really well it was a good cast of folks.
Cool.
But it was a good movie. I'd definitely say check it out if you had a chance. If you like Elton John, you'll like this.
Elton John's classic.
Yeah.
So quickly before we go into our X-Men stuff, we have two shows you're watching. One show you're watching, one show I started watching. We'll go over those real quick because I think it was you. And this is a show I've DVR'd the whole series. I know it just ended. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yes,
I started
that last week. We talked about it.
Yes. So this weekend was beautiful,
and
I was just sitting outside and on my phone. I was like, you know what? It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, I want to watch
an episode
on my phone
just to see how it is.
Yeah. So I watched the first
episode.
episode.
Till 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh my god, this is good.
It's really good.
So the next day, me and Allison, our shows are pretty much coming to an end. It's summertime.
Yes, it's that time of year where you don't have really much to watch.
Right. So I was like, hey, watch the first episode, and we have the second episode. Let's watch them. See what you think. We watch it. She's like, wow, it's pretty good. So we watched the second episode, and the show was awesome.
It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah,
it really just keeps like.
So my DVR has 1, 2, and then 5 through 10, and it's 3, 4 are coming up. So it's going to record those. So we'll watch those. Yeah. But the show's awesome. It's funny, and it's like
it's like goofy funny too. It's not just like, it's also like,
yeah, but they playing it straight.
Comedy.
They're playing it straight.
They play it straight.
It's not so even good. It's like there's a council meeting.
Yes.
And he wants to change one of the council ladies' minds and goes to her house in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Kills a bunch of raccoons because she wants to get rid of the raccoons. Yes. But
then leaves them on her step.
But erases her mind prior.
Yes.
So she remembers nothing. So the next day she's like, someone left a bunch of dead raccoons. I'm like, and like he's thinking to himself, "Oh, I got this. I got this.
Got this in the bag."
But you literally erased her memory. Yeah. So she forgot everything you wanted.
And then like the other guy, like Raindor or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Gets the other guy and like gets them all in his head and turns him into like a familiar of his, and he like gets it all amped up, and then like he goes and like kills somebody, like on the council, like right in front of everybody.
Yes, he gets. He sucks the blood of one of the other councilmen. Yeah. That councilman goes berserk, and then they attack him.
Yeah.
And he was like, they were trying to they want to take over Staten Island. The premise is they need to take over Staten Island, and
so the only way they think to do it is to go to the town council,
which they're told by one of the other vampires, who is the sucker of energy.
Energy vampire. He's the best.
Yes,
I love him.
Yes. He just drones on, and people just start falling asleep.
They just like pass out in the office.
He talks about boring things.
And just wait till like the other vampire from that type shows up. It's even better.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is really good. I'm happy I started watching it. So what are you watching that?
I just got into, because I've seen the thing that ads for it all over the place.
Yes, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Amazon
everywhere.
Paid a lot
Amazon's
of money.
Really putting their stock in this. They've got done of Mrs. Maisel. They moved on to this now.
Yeah.
Which Claire loves our review of Mrs. Maisel, by the way. She thought it was hilarious.
What?
She just listened to that episode where we talked about Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, how
it was hilarious.
What did we say? We
just didn't have any like knowledge of what the show was about, but we just acted
I know
like
what it's about, but the fact that nobody talks about it ever.
That's the thing that she thought was hilarious.
It gets all these accolades.
Who knows who watches this show?
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's called Good Omens. I've heard a lot of good omens about it, so I figured.
And it has one of our favorite Doctor Who's.
David Tennant.
One of the best.
Who was epic.
Yeah.
He plays he plays a demon.
I'm waiting for a good meaty role for him. The last one was Jessica Jones.
This is that role.
Yeah.
This is the role.
Really?
He plays a demon who's been on Earth for way too long.
He's cranky.
He's cranky and angry and just is a demon, but doesn't really want the apocalypse to happen because he likes the clothes that he wears and likes driving fast cars. And so it's him and the guy from Frost Nixon plays an angel. And they there's a whole, I'm not going to tell you all this stuff that goes on.
Don't tell me.
So you're going to watch
now,
it.
is it the whole series on there? On Amazon Prime?
Yes, the first season is on Prime.
No, because Amazon Prime, I think, stinks. Do I have to pay for it on top of paying for it?
No, as long as you have Amazon Prime.
I have Amazon Prime.
You got it.
They're the lamest. Like, you go on there. I could go on Netflix and watch series. I pay a subscription Netflix. We pay whatever it is yearly.
$18 or whatever it is
for Amazon Prime, which is almost $100 now. Yeah. And you go to watch a show, you still got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of their shows.
That's right. So this is one of their originals.
Yes.
So that's why you don't have to pay for it.
This is why Amazon Prime Video is the world.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It sucks.
It's not the best.
No.
But no, it's really good.
I have to check it out.
The acting in it's really good. It's a lot of
half-hour shows, hour shows.
They're about an hour.
Wow.
They're about an hour.
How many?
They go by quick though.
How many?
I think there's 12. I've only gotten the first 2.
Okay. Maybe this will be the next show we watch after we finish.
Yeah. There's a lot of like that same kind of what we do in the shadows kind of comedy. Like everyone's playing it kind of straight.
Yeah.
But it's funny stuff that goes on and like goofy,
it's
stupid
like you got to pay
things,
attention too.
Like how dumb is like these people? Like how does this happen?
Yeah.
It's that kind of because it's a Neil Gaiman graphic novel,
right?
That they've adapted.
Yep.
So it's very that kind of comedy.
Cool. That's exciting.
Which is great because I'm like, this is like awesome. There's like that other show just ended. Brock Meyer's over for the season. Another show I love
on IFC.
Yes. Oh, Brockmire, so good.
Was season 4 already?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, my God! I feel like we just talked about that show starting.
Yeah.
Time is moving by too quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the 2 shows
Cool.
I've gotten into. And I just saw a trailer this morning for Ford versus Ferrari. It's the Matt Damon, Christian Bale racing movie.
Yeah.
And that looks really good, too.
I know.
I'm excited for that.
Anything Christian Bale, I'll go see.
And he's actually playing an English person in this, so it's actually going to be good. So he can actually...
What do you mean? He is English.
I know, but usually he plays an American, so his voice is weird.
His voice sounds fine.
Yeah, it's just a little weird. Like his Batman was kind of... And Robert Pattinson's now Batman, speaking of which.
Yeah, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah, whatever.
I think he'll be great.
Can't do any worse than anyone else has done.
Which nobody's really done that bad.
But I'm saying you can't, can't mess up something that hasn't really been great lately anyway.
In our chat, here's the way I look at it.
They don't listen to the chat.
No, it was another text chat with Dan, John, Jeremy, and me. And Dan goes in these tirades, and he just starts shitting on it. And all I said was, listen, I'm not going to judge until I see it.
Yeah.
I go, because he is actually a really good actor. If you watch any movie he's been in after Twilight, fantastic.
Yeah,
he's
you
in
can't fault him because he was in a franchise.
But that got him to this
kind
point.
of like the Zac Efron syndrome. He was in a teen thing, and everyone kind of
Let's go back to
him. And Claire said she just watched that Ted Bundy movie he did.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
On Netflix, and he's unbelievable in it.
Now, talk about a movie that actually is accurate about.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody was amazing. The movie was really good. Holy smokes. And we watched the Ted Bundy tapes, and you watched that movie.
Which Claire did the same thing.
They literally ripped lines and scenes right from that, and they were so accurate about the information they were giving you. Fantastic movie. But needless to say, I can go back to Michael Keaton when there was a writing campaign to get rid of Michael Keaton because he was a skinny comedian. And fanboys did not want him as Batman.
Yeah.
And he proved everybody wrong. Then fast forward to Heath Ledger. Oh, he's in rom-coms.
Yes.
He's a teeny bopper actor. He's gonna fuck this up.
Yeah.
Blew everybody away.
Yeah.
So honestly, I will not prejudge Robert Pattinson until I see it. But I think he'll do a great job.
I mean, and they all like George Clooney as Batman, so there you go. They're all excited when George Clooney was named Batman.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was excited.
Well, when he was named Batman, he was excited. They were excited.
George Clooney, that was ruined his career, you know.
That pretty much close to.
Well, he had a career.
Was it for the Ocean movies? He would have been in big trouble.
But he thought he was done after that.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. We are now going to rank the X-Men films.
The X-Men films, all 11 of them. This includes Deadpool, the Wolverine movies, all that stuff, all in one bundle.
So, before we get into it, Mark.
Because some people just think it's just the X-Men's.
Right.
They didn't realize that Deadpool and that are...
X-Men. We're going to go back and forth, starting at number 11.
Okay.
But before we go, I'm going to rattle this off real quick.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows what these movies... We have X-Men in 2000, X2 in 2003, Last Stand in 2006, Wolverine Origins in 2009, First Class came out in 2011, The Wolverine 2013, Days of Future Past came out in 2014, Deadpool in 2016, Apocalypse in 2016, Logan 2017, Deadpool 2 2018, Dark Phoenix this week, and right now, as it stands, The New Mutants in 2020. I don't think it's going to happen. I think this movie's going to get shelved. Or go.
It's already made, so.
Or it's going to go straight to Disney streaming, Disney Plus.
I don't think so. It's too rough for Disney Plus.
So here's the thing about The New Mutants. They were supposed to be doing reshoots.
Yeah.
Now, Arya, the girl who plays Arya.
Yes, Maisie Williams.
There was an interview with her beginning of the year. It was a Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
They talked about the New Mutants. She said, we were told reshoots. I have never been called in for reshoots.
Yeah.
The reshoots have not even happened yet.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's either going to go out the way it is, or it's going to get shelved. I don't see it happening. It could give it. I
could see them just doing like a quickie release.
They could edit it to a PG-13 and put it.
Just throw it out there and let's get it out of there.
They could put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't think it's just going to be like one of those ones they released.
You know what?
Quick.
They could put it on Hulu.
They could, but they could also just.
They own Hulu.
But they could also, I think they could just like release it, like short release it, like throw it out to like a certain amount of theaters. Yeah, get it out the door. Part of the Fox purge, get all the stuff that has been sitting on the shelf at Fox.
All right, Marcus, we're gonna start at number.
Did you say First Class?
What?
In your thing?
Yes.
X-Men First Class. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm in here.
Now, if you notice the trend, starting in 2011, literally there was an X-Men film every 2 years, and then almost every year.
Yeah.
So it's like boom, boom, boom.
There's a lot of X-Men.
All right, Mark. We're gonna start at number 11.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
My number 11 is X-Men Last Stand, which I think is the worst X-Men movie ever made. Not only because of I'm a Juggernaut bitch, but also because it is...
No, I'm Juggernaut bitch was in X2, wasn't it?
No, that was in Last Stand.
Was it?
I believe so.
I can't remember. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, because it was the whole thing with the prison, and they had the Jean does the Dark Phoenix.
You're right.
Was Last Stand.
You're right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because they kill off Patrick Stewart's character in that.
Yes,
but he reappears.
He reappears at the end.
No, there, and he also reappears in the Wolverine.
Right, but he at the after the credits, he's in bed.
Yeah,
he's in bed.
Yeah, he's a different character.
He transports his body.
Prints his consciousness into somebody else.
Right.
Yeah. Then that was when the whole Bryan Singer thing happened, and that's when that version of X-Men went away.
Also, about that movie, The Last Stand, was the first attempt at the Dark Phoenix.
Yes, that's what I was talking about, yeah. Which was awful. Not against Famke Jensen's, not her fault.
Yeah.
But just...
It wasn't that
just
great.
Bad.
It was probably the weakest, I agree.
Like they kill Cyclops and...
A
lot of weirdness.
Yeah. So my number 11, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't good. Apocalypse... was by far my weakest one. We saw that. Now with the newest Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
It just didn't stick with me. It had some okay moments.
It did.
But
it's ranked a little higher in mine because of the people that were in it.
Yeah,
I was more into that.
They used Quicksilver again just to do the same thing he did in the last film.
Well, yeah.
They didn't use people properly.
But you see he's going to do the same thing in this movie.
Hopefully not.
No, because they showed it in the trailer. There's the same thing where he's like jumping on.
But I'm hoping, he's going
to get killed by Dark Phoenix.
I hope it's for something good and not just to clean a room or something.
It's going to be fun.
I have a little.
Because I have a feeling in this movie that Dark Phoenix is going to kill everyone in X-Men.
Maybe.
And that's how they're going to end it. Like she's just going to kill everybody, and then someone's going to kill her.
The directors who wrote it and directed it said that he wrote it as a finale to the X-Men series.
Yeah.
Knowing that we're probably weren't going to be any after this.
Yeah. Well, until the MCU takes it.
That's we know.
Yeah.
All right. Fun fact for Apocalypse, Mark.
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence has previously revealed this was originally going to be her final appearance as Mystique.
Yes.
At the time of release, she's less than 2 years younger than Rebecca Romijn, who played Mystique in the originals. Was when she first originated the role for X-Men in 2000. X-Men Apocalypse is also, at the time of release, the last contracted film for James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and Nicholas Hoult. But all expressed interest doing more if the script was good. They will all appear in Dark Phoenix because of the writer and the director. This is the first time the guy's directing.
Yeah.
He wrote... I have a fact about that, but it's interesting. They were all like, "Well, Apocalypse was critically slammed.
Yes,
it made okay money.
It was an X-Men movie,
but it was weird. X-Men movies do this: good, bad, good, bad.
They do.
We kind of knew going in this could be the bad one because the last one was fantastic. Yes,
ish. So it was going to be
no. The one before this was the Futures Past, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Which was so much fun.
Yeah.
All right. Number 10, Mark.
Number 10 on my list is X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Wow. Guess what?
It's years 10.
Doubles. X-Men Origin Wolverine is my number 10.
Yes. Because it was just the bad Deadpool. It was just all bad.
Yes.
The bad fat guy. It was just...
I remember this coming out.
Annoying
the leak happened.
Wyclef Jean.
The leak of without the special effects.
Yes.
And I watched it at home.
Yes.
I think you saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God I didn't waste money on this. I was so disappointed in how bad it was. I was so excited for it.
And it was one of those movies where the first half of it's good. The second half is when it gets bad.
Yes.
It's like they started writing and then like either the writer's strike happened halfway through or something happened, or the guy that was writing it had a stroke halfway through or something. Then the second half, they just like threw together a bunch of things together. Like the whole Deadpool thing with
his mouth is sewn shut.
And then like after his head's cut off and the end credits, his eyes open. It's just
like what the hell? This is why Deadpool came back and murdered himself.
Yes.
Fun fact. Now I could spew out this fun fact for this one. This was co-written by David.
Stop saying fun fact every time.
This is co-written by David Benioff from Game of Thrones, who will now be in charge of the next Star Wars.
Well, that makes you really excited for it, doesn't it?
Fingers crossed.
I mean, he also co-wrote that awful last season of Game of Thrones too. So.
Hugh Jackman expressed disappointment over this movie, admitting it fell short of the expectations and he did not do the character Wolverine justice. The whole crew basically felt the same way.
Yeah.
And they all wanted to do a better job in 2013 for the Wolverine. And I think they did. I think 2013's Wolverine was a step in the right direction.
In the right direction.
It wasn't
Not
perfect.
as good, but
it wasn't the Wolverine we needed, but it was the Wolverine we got. And it was all right. It was it's actually not that bad of a movie. It's better than Origins. All right, Mark. Number 9.
Number 9, X-Men 2, X-Men United.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, so low on that. How come?
Because I don't remember it.
Did you see it?
I saw it. I just don't remember anything that happened in it.
They tried to kill the president.
Oh, okay.
Night crawlers in the White House.
Sure. I just barely remember that movie, and I was like, I don't really care.
I did see that in the theater.
It's like, it was like one of those where I was like trying to think of it, and I saw the poster for it, and I'm like trying to think about, like, I thought that we did that in the first one. I thought that was the first movie, but I was like, okay, whatever.
X2 is great.
But it was just kind of like ho-hum. It wasn't anything.
I mean, don't forget, these X-Men movies really paved the way for...
Oh, yeah. They were the first ones with Spider-Man to do, like, the superhero movies.
Right, and do them good for what they were.
Yeah.
For my number 9, First Class. I know it's kind of low on my list. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I think the new class got better with time. The first one out was all right. Yeah. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't my favorite.
Surprising.
And I
think it was that low.
I know.
It's way up higher than mine.
I do have a fun fact for First Class.
Oh, yay. Fun fact.
Here we go.
Fun fact with Bryon.
To prepare for his role as Charles Xavier, James McAvoy shaved his head. As soon as he learned that the filmmakers wanted Xavier to have a full head of hair in the prequel, throughout the first month of filming, McAvoy had to wear hair extensions. Yeah. He finally shaved his head for X-Men Apocalypse in 2016. Yes. So it's like 2 movies later, he loses his hair. It's too funny. He was like, I'm so excited.
Yes.
And you know what? He is amazing.
He's a great Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
They've done a very good job of casting Magneto and Charles Xavier's.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Those are very pivotal characters.
Ian McKellen and Fassbender as Magneto and Stort and McAvoy as Professor X have both been excellent.
It's almost like it's uncanny. All right, number 8.
My number 8 is X-Men Apocalypse.
Wow, very high in this list.
Yeah. Well, those 4 in my list are all basically the worst.
Okay.
It really wasn't. It was like they could have been interchangeable in that 11 through 8 range of where they all would have landed.
Really, for me, 10 and 11 were the worst, and then everything else.
Yeah.
Good. I'm just trying to like figure out where.
Yeah, exactly. There's no like. It's not like it's like lightsabers ahead or anything, or light years ahead.
Lightsabers ahead?
Yeah, lightsabers
Wrong
ahead.
Franchise.
But Apocalypse, yeah.
You said Apocalypse?
Because it's just Ivan Ooze. It only got a little bit higher because Olivia Munn was in it.
But she was barely in it.
Well, enough for me.
You know, originally they wanted her for a different character.
Yeah, they wanted her for X-23.
No.
In the original movies.
No, they wanted her... She... Oh, I think she was going to be... I read it somewhere.
The CIA agent?
No, she tried out for something, and then they kept her, and then they're like, oh, she'd be perfect for Cylon. And she looked just like her.
She did.
It just sucks that they barely used her.
Yeah, but they kind of left it so she's still out there, which was...
I don't think we're going to see her again.
No, but I know, but that was the kind of thing that was kind of cool. It was kind of like there's that little nod that she's still floating around out there in the world.
Right.
But, no, I mean...
Was that your number 8? I can't remember.
Number 8, yeah. Right. I mean, she was, like, I didn't think Apocalypse was as bad as you thought it was, I guess.
Apocalypse was just not my favorite at all.
I mean, it was cool to see, like, the young Storm and that kind of thing. And
I mean, is that the one we saw Jubilee?
Yeah, for, like, a microsecond.
I know. That was, like, the highlight and Wolverine.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
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 All right, my number 8, X-Men Last Stand.
That was X-Men 2.
Huh? No, Last
Stand was number 8?
Last Stand was X-Men 3. Was the Dark Phoenix
you had
story.
That high up?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was kind of the
ending.
It's
like critically the worst, like, one.
I see. For me, it wasn't because I have nostalgia attached to those 3 films. I enjoyed them, and it wasn't that great.
And she was just, her Dark Phoenix was so bad.
But I don't know why.
And the reasoning behind her becoming Dark Phoenix was so bad. She gets drowned in a lake.
Well, she let her powers out.
The lake collapses on her, and she's like, they think she's dead.
I know. Movies. That happened in
They go to
X2.
find her, and she's like,
I know.
Rises out of the water.
So get this. Fun fact for Last Stand. One of the writers from Last Stand, Simon Kinberg, actually was the writer for Last Stand, and now he is the writer and director of Dark Phoenix. His first time directing, he has produced he's produced all of the Fox and Marvel projects since First Class. He's been producer of Deadpool. He's been producer of all the films up to this point. Yeah. This is his first time directing. I think let me go with this. He co-wrote it, Last Stand. It was a co-written thing. I will give him a bit of the doubt that maybe he's correcting it wrong, knowing that the first one.
He's got to do something because it was really bad wrong.
I know. All right, we're moving on up to number 7.
The Wolverine.
Whoa! Twinsies.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Iron Samurai was awful.
It was a robot.
It was an old man inside a mechanic suit, like a mech suit.
Right.
Basically.
But that scene with all the arrows go into as he's walking away. That was kind of cool.
That was cool, but it was just it was such a kitsch, like, Wolverine story to kind of throw into a thing. It was like Wolverine the Samurai. Let's just do a movie about that.
Well, that's based on a comic book.
I know, but it's kind of like
that's a huge story.
But they didn't actually do the story though. They just threw him in Tokyo.
Listen,
let's just throw Hugh Jackman in Japan for a movie.
We both agreed it is a fine, okay movie.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
No.
They took a direction in the right direction.
Yes.
Right? It couldn't get worse than Origins.
They just went way more story. They went too deep into a story. And then, like, Wolverine was there when the bomb went off and saved the guy.
He was in World War I, II.
Yeah.
He was in Vietnam.
Basically every war Wolverine's been in.
Yeah. And in the comic book, he wasn't in Vietnam.
No.
I don't think.
No.
He also actually was side by side with Captain America.
He was in the Civil War. He was in...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's a guilty pleasure, I guess.
It wasn't great.
You're right. Number 6.
Do you have any fun facts about the Wolverine?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get fun facts for everything.
Oh, okay. Number 6, X-Men, the original.
Really? Wow.
Yep. It was great, again, like the Wolverine, but it wasn't like...
Right.
It was just the first one, which is why I think it gets a little bit higher up on mine.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time we saw Wolverine then dive over the banisters and stab the guys.
Yeah.
Which was like, that's what I want from Wolverine. But then he was like brooding and riding a motorcycle.
That's what Wolverine does.
Yeah, but it was just, I don't know. I think also the Anna Paquin story really, like, her as Rogue was just kind of for me. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Okay.
She was so whiny. I didn't like the whiny Rogue.
Number 6 for me was X2.
Yeah.
I liked X2. I mean, it's a good movie.
I like Dex too.
Number 5.
For me, was X-Men First Class.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go way up there with First Class.
Yeah. I like First Class because it was more of the origins that I wanted to see from the characters as opposed to the other X-Men's.
Right.
You
was
got
good
to see like how Mystique becomes Mystique, kind of, and Jennifer Lawrence is in it, and I like Jennifer Lawrence. So.
Well, now you're going to start seeing
I
why.
like Fassbender, and I like McAvoy.
First Class was so low on my list. Not saying it was a bad movie. It was just lower because now I'm getting into the good, and I know you're getting the good.
Yes.
We're number 5.
Yes.
Number 5, Deadpool 2.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But this is my top 5, man.
Yeah.
So Deadpool 2 is a good way to go in.
It is.
Deadpool 2, I mean, I couldn't want any more from a sequel. They didn't. A part of me was like, are they going to just take the jokes that worked from the first movie and just repeat them like in Austin Powers? And they didn't. They did things differently and new, and I loved it, and I have seen it multiple times, and I've seen the PG-13 multiple times.
Yeah.
And I have a fast fact for it. So do you remember?
Fast facts now, no longer fun facts?
They're fast facts now.
It's quick. You gotta get it out.
Do you remember in Deadpool 2 the footage of the X-Men closing the door?
Yes.
That was actually shot on the set of Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
And they sent over to the Deadpool crew.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the footage you wanted.
Yeah.
So they just, I guess, added that in post.
Yeah.
So they're filming the Dark Phoenix, Deadpool shooting somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool scene, though.
That is a cool scene.
So that was number 5.
Wow.
Number 4, Mark.
Number 4, Days of Futures Past.
Whoa, twinsies. Thrice.
Wow.
Days of Future Past for myself.
Yeah.
I love
that movie.
the fact that we got an awesome Wolverine.
You get to see the characters from
story.
The originals.
Was Wolverine.
Mixed in with the original
with
characters.
Wolverine.
Yes. And then the new characters.
And Wolverine.
Yes.
I think any movie, I'll argue to this point. This was like the best Wolverine movie.
Of all the Wolverine. Well,
excluding Logan.
Yeah.
Of all the Wolverine movies, this was like the Wolverine movie they should have made.
Yes.
They should have just called it Wolverine Goes Back in Time. Yes. But it was so good.
Yeah.
He had the wooden claw, he had the bone claws.
Bone claws, yeah.
You get to see everybody in the 70s. You see Xavier's a drunk. Well, he's addicted to this pain medication so he can walk, but it's repressing his powers. And it was just a great movie.
Yeah.
And do I have any fast facts about that? I do not.
No fun facts?
No fun facts. But I'm glad we both agree. It's number 4. All right, number 3, Mark.
My number 3 is Deadpool 2.
Nice. I see where we're going with this.
So the reason why I like Deadpool 2 so much, more than you did, is I just love the Deadpool character, and I love how they've matured his character a little bit from the first movie to this movie. And the whole thing with Cable and that storyline
was great.
It was just so well done, and I just loved it. I loved every bit of it. I'm not going to rehash everything because what you said for it is all the stuff I would say about it. So.
Is it also interesting that Josh Brolin plays 2 villains that go back in time?
Yes. And 2 time traveling. Well, he's not really a villain in.
That's true. He starts off as a villain. Like he's
the antagonist.
He's antagonist in the beginning,
not the villain.
But it's also funny they can travel in time. And Deadpool corrects some wrongs, and then in Endgame,
Captain America goes back in time and corrects some wrongs.
Right? What?
Maybe that's how they get the X-Men into the MCU now, because they've
corrected some wrongs,
unsnapped things, and there's mutants.
Well, actually, they can use Scarlet Witch to bring in the X-Men somehow, because
now they can call her a mutant,
right? And they can say there's others out there
hiding.
Out there. Yeah. They've never come out because they're mutants.
Yeah.
They're not superheroes. These superheroes...
Not because of the whole snapping situation.
Right.
Scarlet Witch's character was such a huge part of that. Other mutants are now going to come out.
And join the cause.
Yeah.
All right. What was that, 4?
3. Your number 3.
My number 3? The very first X-Men movie.
Wow. Very high up on yours.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first one I saw in the theater. I was like blown away. I mean,
Did you love Rebecca Wayne Stamos?
No, Hugh Jackman was. I'm like witnessing Wolverine and Xavier and all these characters that I watched on TV and read come to life, and I thought they pulled it off pretty well.
They did pull it off very well.
And it was sort of like, wow, things I like are now on the big screen.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So it has a place in my heart for it. I mean, I don't know if it's a fantastic movie, but for me,
it was more nostalgia than
right. And I think it got us here.
Yeah.
So, all right, number 2, Mark.
My number 2 is Deadpool.
Whoa, we are now foursies.
We're gonna be 5Zs because I could see how this.
We know where they're going with this.
So
Deadpool 1.
Deadpool 1 was my number 2 because it's the first time we actually see the Deadpool we've always wanted.
And I have to tell you, that first 10 minutes during that opening credit scene, we laughed so hard. My mouth hurt from laughing in the first 15 minutes.
It's also, a side note, I don't know if you've ever mentioned this on the show before. This is actually the first movie Claire and I both watched together.
Really?
At her parents' house when we first started dating. And the fact that she laughed at all the things I laughed at was like one of the things that made me realize that she was probably going to be the one. So, Deadpool has more of a sentimental spot in my heart.
Aww.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Because she's doing that as she's listening as well. So,
I have a fast fact for Deadpool.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah. Here you go. I'm going to spit it all out.
I love how we gone to fast facts instead of fun facts.
When 20th Century Fox refused to pay the writers of the film, Reese and Paul Wernick, for on-set input, Ryan Reynolds paid them out of his own pocket to be on set and look over the film.
Yeah.
Reese stated, "We were on set every day. Interestingly, Ryan wanted us there. We were on the project for 6 years. It was really a core creative team for us. Ryan and the director Tim Miller. Fox, interestingly, wouldn't pay us to be on set. Ryan Reynolds paid out of his own money, out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
So literally, he was like, we're a team. We're going to make this movie.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Reynolds has been attached to that. Was attached to Deadpool
years.
for 6 years. And he has admitted.
Well, he leaked the
He has
footage.
admitted multiple times that he is the one that leaked the test footage.
Yes.
From that they showed to Fox to basically get them to greenlight the movie.
Right. Because
they weren't going to greenlight it.
Yeah.
So Ryan Reynolds leaked the footage.
And it went everywhere. It went viral.
And it went viral, and everyone's like, we need to see this movie. And then Fox reluctantly, basically, greenlit this movie.
Yeah. But then, I'm sure with Deadpool 2, Fox...
they were all about it.
Fox was willing to pay whatever
you want.
Yeah.
Except Tim Miller decided to split.
But. Well, he went to do back to John Wick.
Yeah, he went to do John Wick movies.
But he was originally from John Wick, I believe.
No, John Wick came out after Deadpool, I believe.
Oh. But the director still did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus. Number 1, we'll say it together.
Logan.
To this day...
I actually had that. This is a tough decision for me.
Really?
Because I'm such a huge Deadpool guy.
I know, but Logan's like...
That I was like doing it, I'm like... My heart says Deadpool, but my mind is saying Logan.
Right. I had the same...
So I went with my mind. I was like, Logan was just so good.
Yes. It made me cry.
It was heart-wrenching.
It pulled out emotion. I saw it so...
I didn't know existed.
Yeah, I saw... Allison watched it, like she was doing something and it was on in the background. She got wrapped in near the end.
Yeah.
And she cried at the end. And she wasn't invested at all. But that ending...
No, and just the way that they were able to... They swore in it. And there was,
yes, it was rated R. It had to be rated R. And the fact that it took place in the future... So Logan can still exist. They wanted to do a standalone film that wanted no...
connection to anything else.
It would not ruin continuity.
Yeah.
It took place in the future.
Yeah.
So we know Logan will die in the future.
Yes.
He could still exist in the past.
Yes.
Current.
Yes.
And...
albeit... Jackman has said he's not going to be Deadpool or be Wolverine.
So,
although Ryan Reynolds has been campaigning for him to be Wolverine again.
So what I read was Hugh Jackman had said he would, the only thing that would make him get out of retirement would be a crossover with Deadpool. But then
the Avengers.
He didn't say anything about the Avengers. It was all about Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he did somewhere else.
Yeah.
But in this article, it was about Deadpool. And then he says if he had known about the Deadpool movie happening, he would have waited.
Yeah. He would have not said that he was going to be done after Logan.
Now this bugs me
because he appeared in the first Deadpool.
No,
because don't they have the scene where they run into the theater or something and he's acting?
No, he does not appear in it. He has a fate. Deadpool has.
That's what it is. Okay.
Has
I was thinking Knights Museum.
Totally different movie.
Totally different movie.
I think if you take away the superhero element of that movie, it is unbelievable. Hugh Jackman's acting.
Oh, it was really good.
He should not. I'm going to say he should have been nominated. I don't understand how.
And Patrick Stewart.
Their acting was phenomenal.
If they had taken out the superhero part of it, and it was just a movie about a guy
and his dad
living in the future.
Yeah,
and he was a limo driver, and there was a.
All right, you're going too far.
No, but I'm saying if they'd taken out the superhero part and just kept it like, it was some kind of futuristic testing facility movie.
Yeah.
And that whole story.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but if you kept that story part of it.
Yeah, right.
And the guys were coming to just capture them to take back the girl because that was who they'd done the testing on.
Yeah.
And he wasn't Wolverine and Charles Xavier.
It was just an action movie.
Yeah, it was just an action movie without that storyline in it. And they were hiding out in Mexico for some reason.
It still bothers me because when
it's just because it was a superhero movie.
When Xavier dies, that scene is absolutely heart-wrenching. And he's standing there and his hand's shaking, and they just buried him. And then he goes to start the truck and it won't start, and he just starts wailing at it.
Yeah.
It's just like so good.
Yeah.
I get the chills thinking about it.
And the girl puts her hand on him.
Yeah. I know. It's so good.
And then when he dies.
Yes. I know. The acting, the CG, amazing. And honestly, the best way to go out as a character.
Yeah.
The best way. I don't even know a better way.
They use a storyline from an actual X-Men comic book.
Well, it's Old Man Logan, pretty much.
Yeah, but I'm saying they use that like an actual comic book storyline.
I mean, it changed it, but
a little bit. It's like.
So I got a fun, fast fact for you. The last one of the evening. This is the last movie in which Hugh Jackman will play Wolverine. He has cited his age and his skin cancer as factors in him retiring from the role. He also said that having a discussion with Jerry Seinfeld played a part in retiring from the character, as Jerry talked generally about how he wanted to make sure he never got to a point with Seinfeld where audience were weary of seeing it anymore, saying, "Oh, it's you again." Jackman felt fortunate to have avoided this for Wolverine and wanted to ensure it would never happen. I don't know of a world we would ever get to that point, but I get it. Yeah. You want to go on top.
I mean, now I wouldn't want to see him as Wolverine.
No, because we just had Logan.
Because he's also super old now. Not super old, but he's too old to play the Wolverine character, I would say.
That's why I think Old Man.
So I think Old Man Logan was a perfect ending to it.
And I was reading up on that. He actually, for 48 hours, he didn't drink any water to make himself get skinnier.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of dying. Yeah. And then Patrick Stewart did the same thing.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart, he made himself look like sicklier.
Gaunt,
and like Hugh Jackman had to carry him around.
Stephen Merchant played a great part in it.
Yeah, I know. And Hugh Jackman actually was hoping the girl who plays X-23 that she would have picked up the mantle and would have been in the future movie.
Yeah.
Which I kind of was. I mean, that's what they did in the comic. I was kind of hoping they would do that here.
But the girl would have to age up. And you have
they
to
could get a new actress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They could still do that.
Right.
In this movie. In Dark Phoenix, she could appear.
Well, Dark Phoenix is in the past. That was the future.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So
they could still technically.
The last X-Men movie, we saw Wolverine being tested on, and they let him out.
Yes, right. Yes.
This movie, I don't think we're going to see a cameo from Wolverine.
No.
Will we see a cameo from Stan Lee? I don't think so. I think his last cameo already. But this was filmed a while ago.
Yeah.
But they made.
He wasn't in the X-Men movies.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, not all of them.
The recent ones?
Right. He's been in all the Marvel movies. There's a couple he missed.
Yeah.
There was one X-Men movie he didn't do because he was doing a con.
Yeah.
But he was in X-Men 1, 2, and 3. Huh. He's been majority.
He was in Deadpools. I remember that.
Yeah. Yes, he's in the Deadpools.
Yeah.
But those are our ranking of X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see Dark Phoenix this Sunday. That's my goal.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see it this weekend as well.
I'll reach out to the guys. Thursday's just not going to work out. I don't want to go late. If everybody was like, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. See, I can't because I got to work.
Yeah.
And I'm on vacation next week, so I can't really take time off during the week.
Me too.
Yeah. So where are you off to for your vacation, Bryon?
Well, originally we were going to go to our cabin at Lake George at the end of the month.
Oh, your cabin.
My cabin. So we're going to go.
You have a cabin in Lake George?
It's a place. There's a lot of cabins.
Oh, okay.
It's not
I was
like
going to say, it's like you have like your own cabin?
No, we don't have our own.
What did you purchase a cabin in Lake George? Why have you even invited me to it, you jerk?
No, but there's a place that has cabins.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to go there. But originally we were supposed to go at the end of the month. Long story short, things happened. Now we had to move it to next week.
Oh.
So there you go.
So what are you doing? Anything fun? Or are you just staying at home? Staycation? Or
I'm going to the cabin.
Oh, so you're going to the same place, just different time frame.
Right. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to Squamicut.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got a cabin on Squamicut?
No, we're staying at the Sandy Shore Hotel right in the ocean. You drive underneath and it's like it's right there.
Nice.
Hotel's right there and the beach. They got their own private beach right there in the ocean. So we did it last year after we came back from Disney. So it's kind of like our little thing. Like after we got engaged, we went. So now after we've gotten married, we're going.
Cool. Yeah, it's like we used to go to Plymouth, but we
honeymoon.
Want to do something different. Yeah.
Yeah. Little second honeymoon situation.
Cool. Yeah, so this is our third year going to the cabin. So
yeah, we
like it.
Yeah.
You get the downtown. You got some shopping. You can just hang out.
Like I've never been to Lake George.
You never been to Lake George?
No.
That's cool. I mean, you got
it's a lake.
A lot of things to do, or you can hang out. There's a pool at the place, and and it's cool. You can have a fire pit, and
oh, nice.
That's nice. I bring my Super Nintendo. We play Word Twist at night. They have the amenities, which is cool. They have an air conditioner in case it's sweltering out.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
like I don't want to go full like nothing.
Yeah,
like
camp.
I'm not crazy.
Full camping.
Right.
It's like if I was gonna go camping, I would like rent a trailer or something.
An RV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with bugs and sweating.
No.
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds horrible.
Or laying on the ground.
Horrible.
That's why God invented. That's why God is evolution. The
world.
Like
all those people climbing Mount Everest dying.
Stop climbing the mountain.
Yes. What are you? What are you, bunch of lemmings? Just stop.
There's like a line to get up to the top. I just be like, this line's too long. It's like if you went to like a shopping center and the line was too long, you would just not go in. You would just be like, oh, the line's too long. I'm not going to.
The moment you pass a frozen woman and she has a nickname, turn around and go home.
Yeah.
Here, there's plenty of small little hills you can climb in summers.
Yeah.
They're just as good.
It's just the same thing.
It's the same. It's not in the winter.
I'm assuming Kristen Hardy is not agreeing with any of this, but anyways.
I don't see her climbing Mount Everest.
Well, she's done like Kilimanjaro and stuff. Like, you climb like big mountains.
It's crazy. I just
don't get the whole thing.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It makes no sense
whatsoever. And there's been enough movies released of people dying on Mount Everest for me to be like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Just like I won't swim in the deep ocean, or I won't take a boat like out on my own into the ocean.
Right. I've seen the shark movies.
It's like you don't do that.
Yeah.
Or those stupid ones where the guys get lost in sea or whatever. The fake Jennifer Lawrence got that Adrift movie that's out on TV now.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You speak in English here?
Shailene Woodley. Faux Jennifer Lawrence, as I call her.
Oh, is that the one where
poor man's Jennifer Lawrence?
Her and that guy get stuck on a boat?
Yeah.
You watched that?
Claire was watching it, and I was sitting there, and I'm like,
that was in the theater last year.
This is stupid.
It's already on TV.
Why would anyone do this?
People do it all the time.
I would take a sailboat without any communication systems out into the ocean.
I'm dumb.
I'm an idiot. I'm a big stupid head.
If they died, I guess,
Like, why wouldn't you just, I'll pay you money to go sail by yourself out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go climb a mountain, and people are going to die around me. Some guy died on the way back. The
guy got up there, and then on the way back, he was
on his way back,
old
he died.
And sick, I guess.
No, he wasn't old and sick. The guy was young.
He was like 60 years old.
He was on his way home. He died. I don't get it. And
I don't get it either.
They will not.
If you were into that, more power to you. No. It's your own decision.
Well,
but I just don't get it.
I question a lot there. Mount Everest just.
I don't get hiking whatsoever.
I don't mind hiking to safe areas. Like
I don't even get it.
I don't mind going up
Especially
a small little hill or mountain, but Mount Everest makes no sense to me.
I'll say it right now, and I know John and Francia and Kristen are into that stuff. No, but I know that they're into that stuff, and I've said it to them too. Even like Mount Washington, there's a road that you can drive up.
Right, that's fine.
Why not just do that?
Right.
Why am I going to hike up when I could drive up?
I don't think Mount Washington.
That makes no sense.
That's fine. I'm saying Mount Everest.
But
why would you want to go Mount Everest?
Like the people who do that enter the Appalachian Trail. There's roads.
Come to our studio. We have a green screen. We'll make it look like
you're on the top. And
right. We'll blow some fake snow in your face.
Yeah.
We'll put a dead body on the ground.
Yeah. We'll get a Sherpa to walk by with you.
Right.
That'd be great.
Yeah. We'll take some photos and share with your friends on Instagram.
No
Done deal.
No difference.
Yeah. Right. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. People do weird things.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
People can't be as smart as we are, Mark. Who sit here and talk about X-Men movies?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Or go do couples massages.
Right.
Which I heard you left your socks on. What you said before the show started.
I did. We did a couple massage years ago. I didn't cut my nails.
I don't think they would notice or say anything.
But I'm afraid they would have cut themselves.
Cut yourselves on your nails?
On my nails.
Was it that bad? With like a hobbit? You have like hobbit nails?
I'll tell you a secret. From fall to spring.
You don't cut your toenails?
Maybe once. And then summertime, I cut them all the time. But in the wintertime,
why not?
I forget about them.
How do you forget? Don't your nails get caught? Like you break a nail and it gets caught in your sock or something?
Like I cut them around Christmas time, maybe. And then
it's a Christmas tradition.
Christmas tradition. I cut the old nails.
Cut the old nails. Ting, ting. Bouncing off the Christmas tree.
Right.
Off the Christmas
Watch
balls.
out, cat!
Watch out, kids! Get out of the way, kids! Here comes Grandpa cutting his nails for Christmas.
I don't think about it, and then spring comes, and I'm like, the weather's nice.
You come out of hibernation. And
I let these toes breathe, and I see the nails are like, they're like 5 feet long.
Yeah,
they're 9-inch nails. Waka waka.
Oh boy.
So it was wintertime. I realized, oh crap, I didn't cut my nails. I left my socks on. So I got we got a couple massage, and it was weird because she massaged the leg and the foot.
And the foot, and you're wearing a sock.
And she goes, you can take your socks off. I said, no.
No, I'm not. I'm very sensitive about my feet.
Yep.
Did you go full...
What? I didn't go full Robert Kraft, no.
No, but you go full...
They didn't release the tapes.
Full nude under the blanket?
No, you wear your boxers.
No, I went full nude. Go for it. I'm not going to see anything. You're under a blanket.
No, this place did not allow that.
What?
Where did you go? Did you go to Florida?
No. I went right to Connecticut.
Wink, wink. No.
Elements in Avon.
I wear my boxers.
No.
You want full nude?
Yeah.
There's no videotape, right?
I don't think so.
We're not going to get you're not.
Well, Claire was right there, so it's not like
she wasn't filming this.
No.
Okay.
It was too dark in the room to film. That was my thing. I've had 2 massages, professional massages.
Did they have candles and everything?
Yeah.
Music?
We went to Niagara Falls. We did a couples massage. I had the hot tub, the whole fireplace. Mm-hmm. It was at the hotel, so it was a little bit schwanky. But the room was really dark. Like I could barely see Claire standing next to me, laying next to me, 2 feet away. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how they have any video of this or be able to see anything unless they're using infrared or nighttime cameras or something.
Well, you know the Robert Kraft thing? The police actually basically what happened, how they got the cameras in there, the police put them in there. They basically...
Well, I'm not saying actually putting the cameras in there. I'm saying being able to see anything unless they're using night vision.
Well, these are cameras. They said there was a fire in the plaza. Everybody came out. One of the cops came in, secretly put cameras in. Those cameras were secretly put in there by the police.
But if they're just regular cameras, I'm saying technically, Wes, if they're regular cameras, you're not going to see a lot.
Right.
But it's very dark in those rooms.
Right.
And the one we just did this past weekend was just
nobody
as dark.
could see Robert Kraft.
You're not going to see any winks or things.
I hear if you whisper Robert Kraft 3 times, he will show up.
Maybe.
And that's the secret password.
But then and I will admit, I didn't say this to Claire, so she's listening to the show. She's going to be like, oh my gosh. But as they were giving me the massage, I'm thinking to myself, how do you you're so relaxed and they're like really like kneading you, like we got a deep tissue massage. Like I don't understand how you would even get aroused during that. Like it's like not that kind of touching. It's like very tough, beating up your body. Basically,
I hate to tell you, Robert Kraft, like, because oh my God, Baxter and Bryon talk about it constantly. Still, they're talking about it. That's not. He showed up basically knowing what he was going to get. It was not a massage. They said he got into his underwear. A woman walked in, she left, and then 2 women walked in and took him away. Like there, and I guess on the footage, there's actually an act that happens. He never got a real massage.
Okay.
Yeah. He knew what he was getting. He visited the place twice.
Well, I know, but I don't know. Like the first time, it's like, how does that even? Like, I don't even know how that would even like come up.
I think there was,
but you know what I mean. It's like
in the circle of rich people.
Yes, there must be a way.
They know where they're going,
where to go.
Right.
They have a network of people that tell them.
Because you're right. I mean, we were at the Big E one year, and I was just like, oh yeah, we've been walking around. These guys are giving massages. And,
like even the chair massages.
Yeah, like, and they beat the living shit out of us. I heard afterwards, and then I gave them a tip.
I said, yeah, and then you tipped them. It's
I
like,
know.
I tipped you for just beating me up.
Allison's like, how much did you tip him? I'm like, oh, I gave him $10. It's $5 each. She's like, what? I'm like, I know.
It's like you don't know what to do. Like
they beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like that kind of massage.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't like. I told him like medium pressure, but
the like, Big E guys were punching you.
And, like you're all like your body is just like limp afterwards,
like Jello.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So it's like I don't know how you would even.
Having one, I don't think I'll ever want one again. It was just uncomfortable.
I'm into it.
Really?
I want to join a place that does them. I want to go monthly and get them get like all the knots kinked out.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
No, I'm in.
Wow, look at you.
I'm a massage guy. I'm into it.
I'm a massage guy.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Well, it's just I think it's like I was telling Claire, it's like if I had known about massages, like I knew what massages were, of course, but if I had done one earlier in my life when I was doing camera work all the time, I would have been doing them from then, because it's like, after doing like a camera for like 4 or 5 hours, the next day your legs are like rocks. You can't barely move.
Your legs hurt. Yeah. Your everything hurts.
Yes. So if I had known about massages then, I would have definitely been getting massages a lot more frequent.
I mean, yeah, it is enjoyable. It's not for everybody, but I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
And then I mentioned to Claire that I had been toying with the idea of joining a gym, and she told me I couldn't. She says, never.
Why?
We're not going to be a gym couple. So.
But you could join it by yourself.
Well, she's like, what are you going to do? You're going to go lift weights? Free weights? You're going to be a free weights guy? I'm like, I don't know. Just trying it out.
Why? You think you should be more supportive? Be like, yeah, you should.
Well, we're going to start walking more. We're going to go on walks and stuff.
That's nice. Walks are the most healthiest thing you can do.
We're going to do that instead.
You should join a gym if you want to.
I don't really want to join a gym.
Then
it's just been one of those ideas. It's like one of those things you think about.
You wanted her to join with you is what it was.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I got you now.
I'm not going to go by myself.
You made it sound like...
I'm not going to go by myself to the gym. That's just weird.
Why?
I don't know. The stories you've told about what happens in gym locker rooms and things, I don't want to be a part of that.
It only happened to me once.
I don't want to see old man balls.
That's going to happen to you all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
But walking's very healthy.
Changing. I hated gym class.
Yeah.
Where you had to change in front of people.
Right. Me too.
I'm not going to be doing that at a gym.
I suggest...
I'm not paying someone to let me change in front of other people.
Walking is the best thing. I go to lunch. I'm very lucky where I work. I can walk to get lunch.
Yeah.
I walk every day. Rain, sleet, snow. If it's 30 degrees, if it's 100, I always walk. I never drive my car. It's just good. 20-minute walks every day.
Well, it's like I said to Claire, it's like we could technically walk to Olive Garden. We could walk to Frontera. It'd be good to walk afterwards, too. I mean, Frontera maybe not so much, but walking...
I was about to say, you don't want to walk and be like, oh, God, I got to clench my butt. I got to get to a bathroom. That's the worst.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you have a Barnes & Noble nearby? Because then you could just...
No, the mall's right there. So
as long as there's a bathroom nearby, if you have to go...
There's a Walgreens. There's Golden Corral.
Yeah.
It's all within walking distance.
Yeah, walking, and the weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do it. You should walk.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus.
But yes, so that's our kids get out and walk.
Go out and walk.
Enjoy the outsides.
Yes.
Don't get off your Xboxes and
enjoy
Apple
your outsides
products
to
and
get to your
Androids.
insides.
Unlike Bryon, who's outside enjoying the day playing on his phone and watching TV shows.
I don't know. I finished a book, and I was like, I'm going to watch that.
What book you reading?
Well, I just finished. This is the year I'm going to finish books. I read The Woman of David Lynch, which is a fantastic book. Yeah. A lot of our friend put it out.
That's more like just a research project for your other podcast.
I actually finished. We did the podcast, and I wanted to finish the book. But I have 3 books I started last summer that I want to finish this summer. I read a lot in summertime because we sit outside and we sit in the backyard, and I get all set up and we hang out back there and I read.
Yeah.
And wintertime, not as much.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to finish these books this year. That's my goal.
Yeah. What do you got in the docket of books you got to finish?
Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology book, which I started because I finished God of War last year. I started it. Fantastic.
I guess the end of that, after that game, really, the mysterious ending is really a viral phenomenon.
What do you mean?
Like, of watching, I saw a thing on Facebook of people's reactions to the ending of that game.
Oh. Well, yeah, you find out that the son's Loki.
Yeah, but they also have the thing where Thor supposedly shows up at the end.
Yeah. Well, he shows up in the beginning, or he shows up throughout, but then at the end, that's going to be the sequel.
Yeah.
He wants revenge.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
But it really it sparked an interest to read these because I have the marveled versions in my head, which are sort of not accurate,
loosely based.
And then I'm like, oh, Neil Gaiman's his book came out and it's fantastic. So I'm like a quarter into that. I'm literally halfway through one of David Lynch's memoirs. Then I'm a quarter into The Last Days of Letterman. So those 3 books I want to.
The other one I want to get, and I've told Claire, I'm hoping it's like planting the seed for vacation reading. Maybe she'll buy it for me for when we go on vacation. I want to get Howard Stern's new book.
Howard Stern comes again?
Yeah. All the interviews he's done and stuff, like the book of all his interviews. I saw it at Costco. I was flipping through it. It looks like it's going to be an interesting read.
Well, there's some stuff that's come out.
Yeah.
Like he talks about what happened with Robin Williams, how he regrets being an asshole towards him, and he felt like all he did is want to talk about his affair and not
his drug use and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, he was really hammering about his affair or whatever was going on in his private life, and he regrets it because he's just like, why was I treating him that way? I should have been, everybody loves Robin Williams, and I was being a dick to him.
And he loved Robin Williams. He was one of his favorite actors.
But I think Howard Stern has 2 personalities. He had
the earlier personality where he was the shock jockey guy that was trying to get that kind of reaction from people.
But when he's off the mic, he's a totally different guy.
Yeah,
he's like
I think
he's playing a character.
More that other guy is more into the
He's
show.
Softened.
Yeah,
he's not doing what he used to do.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes when you're playing that character, you're trying to play towards your audience.
Well, he even said too. I've heard interviews with him that's saying back when he was on terrestrial radio, he was only allowed a certain amount of time with people, so he had to try to get what he could get out of them and for ratings and get the reactions. And now that he's on satellite, he doesn't have that anymore. He doesn't have that rush of getting he's able to sit with someone for an hour and talk to them.
He's basically doing a podcast that's on
he basically
satellite.
Is. Yeah.
And he's retiring, I think.
He's not going to do as much. He's going to just peel back a little bit.
I think he's retiring.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, we got to get it.
Like the Dave Letterman show that's on Netflix is awesome. I love that show. The new season just came out.
I know. I got to watch that. I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. All right, Marcus, we might not be back next week.
Well, no, because we'll both be on vacation, so we'll be here.
Well, we'll see you when we
so
see you.
See you a week after next week.
Yes.
We're off next week for vacation, And we'll see you the week after, hopefully with another fantastic episode of Geekonomics. Everyone enjoy some X-Men.